أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على خاتم النبيين والمرسلين محمد بن عبد الله، صلى اللهم عليه وعلى آله وصحابته أجمعين، ومن استنى سنتهم واهتدى بهديهم وتبعهم بخير وإحسان إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد. Continuing in مدارج السالكين, the stages of the seekers in the path to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we mentioned that the first stage is اليقظة, to wake up from الغفلة, from being from the condition of inattention, sleeping and not paying attention. And we mentioned that الغفلة is not like forgetting. Forgetting is something that you don't do in purpose, but الغفلة is something else. You know that there is something important and there is something urgent, and you are not paying attention to it. And this is يوم القيامة, Jannah, Jahannam, Mizan. Every Muslim knows about these things, and most people, most Muslims, they don't pay attention to these things. And al-yaqظة, to be in attention, means that you are keeping track of every day, every hour, every minute, and you are paying attention. What are you coming closer to Allah, to Jannah or to Jahannam? And all of your deeds, is this bringing me closer to Jannah or Jahannam? If you are not keeping track of your deeds and your time in terms of what brings you closer to Jannah or Jahannam, then you are in ghafla, and the ghafla is different degrees. And we mentioned there are symptoms of ghafla. The first symptom is to feel lazy for the good deeds and the obligations, and to feel the load and the effort and not to feel the benefit. You just do them because you have to, but you don't feel the benefit of it. You don't enjoy. You don't enjoy the salah, it's a load. You don't enjoy fasting, it's a load on you. You don't enjoy giving the zakah, it's load on you. Second, not to consider the bad deeds something very severe. You don't care much when you do something haram. It's not a big deal for you. And the third is to get used to the haram things, to have some haram things as part of your routine, and to get used to seeing other people doing big haram things and not to have any reaction. These are the symptoms of ghafla. The reasons of ghafla, first, is ignorance about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not to know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala very well. If you don't have the knowledge, the basic knowledge about Allah and His Messenger, then you don't know really what makes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala happy with you or what makes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala angry with you. So you may think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is very satisfied with you, and He's not. Because of ignorance. You are doing haram things, like, for example, some Muslims who don't know that a man who wear a necklace, it's haram because it is wearing something like women, or earrings, it's haram. So you can see someone who is coming to pray in the masjid and wearing these things, and it's haram, but it's ignorance that this person does not know. So it's the duty of those who know to warn, but it can be part of ghafla. Not to know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants. What are the priorities? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you to pray the fard very well, proper, better than praying the fard very quickly, and 6 rak'at sunnah also very quickly. Just pray the fard without sunnah at all is more beneficial for you, and is more important, and is more accepted. But people, because of ignorance, they don't understand that. So you find them praying very, very quickly and a lot of rak'at. So this can be one reason of غفلة. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, قُلْ هَلْ يَسْتَوِي الَّذِينَ يَعْلَمُونَ وَالَّذِينَ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ إِنَّمَا يَتَذَكَّرُ أُولُو الْأَلْبَابِ. The people who know are not the same as the people who don't know. And we mentioned that it is different types of knowledge. Some types of knowledge are for the ulama, and you need to ask fatwa. But the basic knowledge of your deen as Muslims, it should be well known about the haram and the halal things. It should be well known to you, and you should not wait for the ulama to teach you how to pray, to teach you how to fast. These are basic knowledge that every Muslim should know and should have. Second, the love of dunya, and to be too busy with dunya. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, يَعْلَمُونَ ظَاهِرًا مِنَ الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا وَهُمْ عَنِ الْآخِرَةِ هُمْ غَافِلُونَ. Many people, they know a lot about dunya, but for akhirah, they know very little. So it's a big loss when your life is lost between very long hope and very bad deeds. Very long hope and not very good deeds. Because people, what the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned also in one hadith, that one of the things that brings doom to many people of the Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is the long hope. I will make tawbah later. I will make my salah better later. I will do this later. I will do Hajj later. Later. But regarding dunya things, no, I have to do now. I have to do now. You are collecting money to buy a house, so I have to collect it now. I have to save this money in a saving account now in order to buy a house. And I will start looking on Fin and these things every day. If someone has made up his mind to buy a house, we'll always start looking and finding and talking to people. And for example, because it's a dunya thing, so it cannot be postponed. I have to update my CV because I'm in a job fishing, so I cannot miss any opportunity. I cannot postpone that. And people who are doing trading, some people, they have business or companies, and some people, they are doing trading on the internet, selling things, buying things. So when you go on fin.no and try to find something, if it is something good, if you wait a little bit, you will find it taken, because there are some people who are just waiting for these good things to pick it up. They are, and I know some of my colleagues are doing this. They are watching all the time. No, if you wait 5 minutes, someone else will make a deal and take it. Subhanallah. So the dunya things, don't wait. Don't wait. But akhirah things, yeah, later, inshallah. Hajj later. Umrah later. Zakah, yeah, next month or maybe. Salah to become better. Inshallah, make dua. Alhamdulillah, I pray, others don't pray. Hijab, inshallah, next year maybe, when I get married maybe. So these things are not very important, but dunya things are very important. They cannot wait. And we mentioned the hadith of the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not like the person who is tough, arrogant, proud, spend a lot of time in shopping. Why people spend a lot of time in shopping? And especially women. And we all know that it's not nothing meant to be for to be rude for the sisters, but everyone knows that. And some men, they spend a lot of time in shopping. Why? Because you want to get the best piece. So you have to go to this shop and this shop and this shop and this shop and go to all shops in the mall and make sure that you get the best and the cheapest. Why don't you find, if you find something good with a reasonable price, just pick it up and go and spend your time doing something else. No, maybe this is good and is a good price, but maybe there is another thing which is better with a better price. So why don't I look in all other shops? Because maybe I get a better deal. But in which cost? How long time are you going to spend? Is time very cheap for you like this? Is it more important to get a better deal maybe with 100 kroners less, for example, or 50 kroners less, or even 10 kroners less, and for the sake of that, you stay 30 more minutes or 1 hour more? Does it really worth it? Or your time worth it better, and because you have other important things? The balance. So having this balance not adjusted very well, it is a sign of ghafla. And we are not talking about haram things, because shopping is not haram. So one of the things that the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam mentioned about the persons who are doing long shopping, and then what? Sleeping like dead, working like donkeys, doing a lot of work in their daytime, sleeping like dead because they are very tired, no time for tahajjud. It's very good if they prayed Isha even. It's very good if they woke up for Fajr even. Some of them, they don't. Then عالم بأمر الدنيا, they are very knowledgeable about dunya. They are very smart when it comes to dunya things. No one can cheat them. They are very smart. They know about the laws. They know about the tax things. They know about everything here. They have a lot of information. But about akhirah things, جاهل بأمر الآخرة. They are ignorant about akhirah things. This is the other reason for ghafla. The third reason is the sins. The sins, they are the main reason for ghafla. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, إِنَّ الْعَبْدَ إِذَا أَخْطَأَ خَطِيئَةً. When the person makes a sin, does a sin, نُكِتَتْ فِي قَلْبِهِ نُكْتَةٌ سَوْدَاء. Part of his heart or her heart will be black. فَإِذَا هُوَ نَزَعَ وَاسْتَغْفَرَ وَتَابَ. If he or she stopped, 3 things, stopped, made istighfar and tawbah. Stopped doing the haram, made istighfar by mouth, and tawbah, feeling repented, to repent the sin. If he or she did that, سُقِلَ قَلْبُهُ. His heart, this black part will be cleaned. Like this. Suqila is to do like this. You know, if you have a piece of metal that has some rust, and you use something to clean it like this, this is called suqila, to make it clean again. So your heart will be cleaned from this black part. وَإِنْ عَادَ زِيدَ فِيهَا. If instead of making istighfar and tawbah, did this haram again, so this black part will become bigger. It will be heavier. This layer of dirt in your heart will be heavier layer. حتى تعلو قلبه. Until the heart itself is covered by this black shield or this black layer. Because this person started doing the haram once, again, until the heart itself is full of dirt. وَهُوَ الرَّانِ الَّذِي ذَكَرَ اللَّهِ. And this is called الرَّان. This dirt, this black dirt is called الرَّان. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned it in Surah Al-Mutaffifin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, كَلَّا بَلْ رَانَ عَلَى قُلُوبِهِمْ مَا كَانُوا يَكْسِبُونَ. No, for them, their heart is covered with this ran because of what they have been doing. Haram and haram and haram and haram and haram. When you do the haram a lot, then your heart is not acting as it should be. The heart in your chest is pumping blood. So it's just doing this mechanical job. The mechanical job that your heart is doing is to pump the blood. So only this mechanical job, but for the feelings and the blame and the call, when the time of salah comes, a lot of us, we have this ibn in our mobiles, and we know the time of salah. And some of these applications you can adjust with adhan voice. So when you hear the adhan voice, you hear a call from your heart. It's salah time. Leave what you are doing and go and pray. You hear some voice from your heart is telling you, it is salah time. Leave what you are doing and go and pray. When your heart is full of ran, this voice will be very low because it's covered. So you will not be able to hear it because it's very low. And sometimes it disappears and you don't care. And maybe if you enable the adhan, maybe you disable it because it is annoying and you don't want to hear it anymore. And this caller, al-wa'idh, in your heart, it is awakened when the heart is covered with ar-ran. And the problem with this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَاعْلَمُوا أَنَّ اللَّهَ يَحُولُ بَيْنَ الْمَرْءِ وَقَلْبِهِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can let you lose control over your heart. Because you know what is our problem? Our problem, all of us, we have this problem. All of us. It's a big problem and all of us have it. The problem is we think and we are quite convinced that we can make tawbah anytime. Anytime we can make tawbah. All of us, we have some sins. All of us, because this is a fact. And some of these sins or these shortages, people know, and some of them, people don't know. This is a fact. And it's a fact also that all of us have this problem. We think that we are in charge. I am in charge. I choose when I make tawbah. And inshallah, soon I will do this. Sooner or later, I will make tawbah. And I think, we all think, that I can make tawbah whenever I want. Whenever I want, I make tawbah. This is our problem. And it's not like this. Because this willing of making tawbah, it's not in our hand. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can take it away from us. So that you don't feel like making tawbah. You know that you are bad. You know that you need to get better. There are some Muslims like this. And I mentioned this in some previous lectures. You can see that some Muslims, they feel that they are in danger. They feel that they are very unhappy. They feel that they are away from Allah and they need to come closer. But they can't. I knew some people and others, they knew some people, Muslims. They don't want to enter the masjid even. You tell them, come to the masjid. They want to meet someone and this person is in the masjid. Come and wait in the masjid. No, I can't. Okay, don't pray. Just sit down. Sit down in the masjid. The masjid doesn't bite you. Just go in. No, I can't. I feel that in something in my heart, I can't go there. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, كَلَّا بَرَّانَ عَلَى قُلُوبِهِمْ. It covered the heart. So you know that you want this thing, you need this thing, but you cannot approach it. because of this haram. So it will need a lot of cleaning, a lot, in order to have your heart back and to make the tawbah. So never overestimate your power. I decide when I make tawbah. I decide tomorrow or after tomorrow, this year, next year. I decide, inshallah, one day I will make tawbah. And you think whenever you decide, you can. It's not like that. So this is from the main reasons, and it is actually the main reason of ghafla. The main reason of ghafla is the haram things. This is the most dangerous things that put you in very deep sleeping. And sometimes, you know, some people, when they are sleeping and they see a nightmare, you want to wake up. You know that you are sleeping, and you want to wake up, and you wish that someone hits you, do like this to wake up, because you are in pain. You are seeing a nightmare, and you can't. There is some scientific name for it. I don't remember. When you feel that you cannot breathe or something is pushing you, and you really want to wake up, you realize that you are sleeping and you want to wake up, but you can't. And you wish that you can call someone to wake you up. This is the condition of ran. You are sleeping and you wish to wake up, but you can't wake up. The ran of the haram things on the heart. And this is a reason for very deep sleeping, that you feel that you want to wake up out of it and you are not able to. The third, the most important reason for ghafla, and the thing that takes people to very deep sleep. The fourth reason is to have company from al-ghafilin. To have company from al-ghafilin. To have friends and companions from people who are in ghafla. And we will describe this next time, inshallah. We make dua. يا ربنا لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك. اللهم صل على محمد في الأولين، وصل على محمد في الآخرين، وصل على محمد في الملأ الأعلى إلى يوم الدين. اللهم اقسم لنا من خشيتك ما تحول به بيننا وبين معصيتك، ومن طاعتك ما تبلغنا به جنتك، ومن اليقين ما تهون به علينا مصائب الدنيا. ومتعنا اللهم بأسماعنا وأبصارنا وقواتنا ما أحييتنا، واجعله الوارث منا، واجعل ثأرنا على من ظلمنا، وانصرنا على من عادانا، ولا تجعل مصيبتنا في ديننا، ولا تجعل الدنيا أكبر همنا، ولا مبلغ علمنا، ولا منتهى أملنا، ولا تسلط علينا من لا يرحمنا. اللهم اشف مرضانا ومرضى المسلمين، وارحم موتانا وموتى المسلمين، واكشف الهم والغم والكرب عنا وعن المسلمين. اللهم اكفنا بحلالك عن حرامك، وأغننا بفضلك عمن سواك، ولا تحرجنا ولا تذلنا إلا إليك. ربنا اغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان، ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا، ربنا إنك رؤوف رحيم. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا، وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. ربنا اغفر لنا ولوالدينا وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب. وصل اللهم على محمد وآله وصحابته وتابعيه بخير وإحسان إلى يوم الدين. آمين.